academic advising important?
Yes, it is extremely important.
I would say yes. And obviously, I'm an advisor.
So yes, academic advising is very important, especially for all of our students in different years in order to, decide which classes you want to take each quarter, but also discuss if you have any plans for double majors, minors, or even post-graduation, such as going to medical school or another health profession or graduate school.
Academic advising is very important. It's actually essential for you to thrive at UCR, right?
Yeah, and I feel like as a first year, it's also really crucial to get those academic advising appointments as soon as possible, just because you are entering like a new college, a new environment. So I don't know, the best resource, I guess, is already an experienced professional, which are your academic advisors.
Trust me, they will know something much more than you do, which is like what classes you need to take, graduation requirements, what exactly defines like your breadth courses, what defines your upper division classes.
I know for me, like I'm thinking right now about adding on a minor along with my BS in neuroscience. So talking to an academic advisor would be super important in knowing like what that might look like, what classes I'm going to take, and like how I'm going to plan that out along with my current neuroscience classes. And yeah, just understanding like how I'm going to plan out my 4-year journey here.
We tend to have academic advising as a component to discuss all of your areas and your challenges, what those goals are, and how we can fit that, right?
Students are going to bring their whole selves to school, to class, to their whole life. And sometimes some of these resources that we're going to provide for you are going to help you be successful and reach your goals, even outside the classroom.
So not just talking about courses, but also how can we make sure that you're taking your courses, you're excelling academically, but also how can we blend that with professional experiences so when you graduate from UCR, you're a well-rounded student, a CNAS alum.
And I think academic advising is also like a bridge. It's going to help connect you between the things you don't know and your goals. It's going to have things like, did you know about our art closet? This is how students can get professional attire without having to go to stores on their own so they can prepare for interviews.
I recommend you just go and talk to your advisor.
And just in order to become a successful student, just having someone walk alongside you is going to be really important as well.
Is academic advising hard to schedule?
No.
Ooh, yes and no.
I definitely don't think academic advising is hard to schedule.
It does need an element of planning ahead. When your registration's about to open in an hour, 2 hours, this is not the time to look for an appointment time. Maybe a week, even preferably 2 weeks before your registration. That would be an excellent time to plan an appointment.
So scheduling your appointment with your academic advisor is actually pretty simple. We do provide different platforms for you to be able to do this. We do have a website, which will be linked here. This is where all of our students, our CNAS students, are able to book an appointment with their advisor.
All you do is just hit up myadvising.ucr.edu and you just look at the registration sheet, or rather the sheet that has all the name of the advisors, and you go by last name and major.
And then after you can choose what day you'd like to schedule your meeting, and you can either schedule it in person or online. So usually their availability for the next 10 days is shown.
We also do have options in the event that you need immediate assistance.
There's also a thing called GWAC, which is General Undergraduate Advising Center.
If you don't know about our UCR Luna Avocado, after this, make sure to Google it.
And it's basically kind of like an open office hours with any advisor, and if it's like an easy to answer question, they'll be more than happy to answer it right then and there.
This is meant for quick questions, but it does allow you to speak to an advisor sooner rather than waiting, if you can't book an appointment immediately with your advisor.
But it won't replace your ongoing meetings with your academic advisor.
Just make sure that during peak advising times, which is usually registration or the beginning of the quarter, you want to schedule your appointment ahead of time to just talk about your course planning for the next quarter to ensure that you find some availability. Appointment slots can get pretty filled up during these times.
Around like midterms, it gets much more busy. So please schedule your academic advising sessions in advance.
Is academic advising fun?
Yes, because you get to know your advisor, and your advisor knows everything about your major. They can connect you with the people that you need to talk to. So if you're trying to see, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that, your advisor can connect you in all the right places and help you graduate on time.
I love to have fun with my students and my appointments.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's kind of like a fun like puzzle you get to kind of solve together.
So academic advising, I think, can be really fun in the sense of like just knowing what you want to do with your future.
So academic advising can be really fun because you really decide what you want to talk about with your advisor.
It is really fun. It is a conversation that you get to guide, right? In addition to your academics.
Academic advising should be a sounding board, helping you make those decisions and then see what plans you have to put in place to make those a reality. Part of coming to UCR and CNAS, you're going to realize that you have an independent academic journey. And here as advisors, we hope to help you along the way and provide support.
I know that all my colleagues on my team, are student-centered and they want to learn about their students.
I think it's super fun. Just find something that like exhilarates you and to find something that you're like passionate about as well.
So academic advising is fun. So yeah.